Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words, become much more articulate. In today's episode, we are entering the land of productivity, and I'm going to be talking about what are micro distractions. A big distraction is one where we're capable of spotting that we were distracted in the first place. To give you an example, let's say you're over here writing a blog and you're focusing intently on the blog. Suddenly, your friend calls you and you take a pause from your blog and you pick up your friend's call. This is what I call a big distraction. And right after, if someone came to you and asked, hey, within the past hour, did you get distracted at all? You're going to have the awareness to say, yes, I did get distracted when my friend called. Big distraction. A micro distraction is one that we're not necessarily capable of articulating. It's still having the same effects as a big distraction, but we don't even notice it. And an example of that is, let's say you're writing the blog and your phone is right next to you. As you're over here writing the blog, you look at your phone and you see that there's a little scratch on it. And you think, wait a minute, when did that scratch get there? Whatever. Well, I bought a case for that reason. Why would I buy a case and there's still going to be scratches on the phone? Whatever. Should I ask for a refund on this case? All this stuff, it's happening internally, yet it just keeps distracting you from the blog, distracting you and distracting you some more. And this is where I would say micro distractions are more dangerous than big distractions, because if I came up to you right now and I asked you, were you distracted in the past hour? You would say, no, I was over here just writing my blog. And this is why we need to be very aware of micro distractions as a whole. And one way that we become aware is by setting a timer or a stopwatch. There are days when I actually measure how bad micro distractions are. Every morning for the ArmaniTalks business, I create a bunch of content on a wide range of platforms, ranging from YouTube, blogging, podcasting, writing for my newsletter, tweets, and much more. I know I am on point, right? I have no distractions when I get all this work done in 1 hour and 40 minutes. That's when I'm as polished as you can be. But I'm not always going to be polished. There are going to definitely be times when I go over 1 hour and 40 minutes. Maybe I'm having a creative block. Maybe I am just not feeling well that day. Maybe something came up. What will every now and then happen is, let's say I'm just done creating the YouTube video. I'm about to record the podcast. I don't know what I should make my podcast on. Suddenly, what I will do is I will look at my sales for yesterday. I'll go on Amazon. Wait a minute, no sales on Amazon? What the heck? How do I get not a single sale on Amazon? I'm angry. I was supposed to just check Amazon before I go back to the podcast, but now since I'm angry, I go on Audible. Well, how many sales did I get on Audible? Whoa, I got 25 sales for one book on Audible? That's cool. Now I'm supposed to go back to the podcast. But instead, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, well, let's create a competition right now. I got no sales on Amazon. I got a bunch of sales on Audible. What about Skillshare? How many minutes of my classes did people watch? So I'm over here getting distracted. And by the time I'm done with all my work, rather than it taking 1 hour and 40 minutes, it takes me 2 hours and 25 minutes. Suddenly, I have conscious awareness that the act of checking for my sales, it's a micro distraction that compounds in the amount of time that's being wasted. So that's how you spot micro distractions. You set a stopwatch or a timer. I normally just set a stopwatch whenever I'm creating this content because it's just so variable at times. So recently I've just been setting a stopwatch, and anytime it goes beyond the 2 hour mark, I think, what did I do wrong? How could I have been more polished in my game? And then if it ever hits 2 hours and 15-minute mark, I really try to recall what were the micro distractions that I faced during this moment. Different micro distractions pop up. So for me, it's not always hypothetically let's say, me checking my sales on different platforms. Every now and then it could be, wait a minute, I'm supposed to get an Amazon package delivered. Did it come in yet? It said it was going to be here in the morning. Okay, let me just stop what I'm doing and check to see if the Amazon package is there. What the heck? It's not there. Okay, let me go on my phone and see when it's expected to arrive. And boom, just like that, a new micro distraction has been introduced. So to avoid micro distractions, you want to put numbers on the tasks that you are doing. Start a stopwatch or start a timer. And when you know that there's numbers that's measuring the activity that you're doing, you're just hyper alert. You will know for a fact whenever you strayed, and every single time you strayed, you'll be able to spot the micro distractions that made you stray, so you could eliminate it and you could be more productive in the future. Micro distractions are more destructive than real distractions, because for real distractions, we can articulate it, but for the micro ones, it's very difficult to articulate. So if you enjoyed today's talk and you want to learn more about productivity hacks, you definitely want to check out my book, The Level Up Mentality. This book talks about how to make discipline fun, how to use emotions to your advantage, how to chronicle your journey to the top so you are constantly staying motivated, and plenty of other topics that you will not find in other self-improvement books. Check out The Level Up Mentality in the links in the description box, the pinned comment. It's available on most platforms at this point. It's available on Amazon, Audible, Gumroad. I'm just going to drop all the links down there. So be sure to check out The Level Up Mentality today and boost your mindset. Thank you very much for joining the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel, and I will catch you next time.